you're anything like me, you're you're a college age person, or about to be in college, or you have a little bit left, or maybe you're in college but you're not sure what you're doing, which is totally cool. But so, our parents and teachers, throughout our life, they've, like I said, if you're anything like me, they've told you your whole life that college is vital, that a college degree will, lead you to be successful. And, I don't think it's as simple as that. I really don't. But let's just talk about that degree for a while. So teachers also tell you need to follow your passions. You need to do something you're really passionate about, because it really sucks waking up in the morning and doing something that you really don't want to do. And I completely agree with that. You don't want to wake up every day dreading to go to work. You need to find a passion, and you need to make a living out of that passion. That's kind of a way to attain happiness. And that's good. But at the same time, if you want to survive, because sadly life isn't all about passions. It's, you have bills to pay, you have to support yourself, right? So like I said, it'd be nice if you could just do your passion all day, but for most of us that's not the reality. So what should you do in that case? Well, I think you should get the most bang out of your buck when going to college. People like to say college isn't about the money. College is about the experience. But that's kind of bullshit, because when you're paying so much money for something, it has to be about the money, It can't not be about the money when you're getting in debt, or when you're working your ass off to pay for something. It just has to be about the money. I wish it wasn't like that, but realistically, that's how it is. So if you have to get in debt to get that college degree, get into something that has a high return on investment, engineering, STEM type stuff, or, medicine, anything like that. Try to stay away from a lot of liberal arts majors. Most liberal art majors, like most liberal arts studies, I'll say, are really interesting, and they are stuff you should definitely know. But it is not something you should necessarily go to college for if you can't afford it. So, study up on that. It's interesting. Women's rights, racism, whatever, gay and lesbian studies. That's all interesting stuff. But what I'm personally doing on the subject matter is I'm using the internet, or going to a library and reading about that stuff, rather than paying so much money to do it. In a world where we have to get, a lot of people have to get student loans, so much that it surpassed credit card debt. You need to get something that's, a degree that is gonna make you enough money so you can live comfortably. You can live comfortably while paying off that loan, and still, have enough drive and enough tranquility in your life to fulfill your passion. Because we all want to fulfill our passions, and I completely agree with that. But I think the best way to do that, in the way our world is structured, is, get a viable degree. Don't get a bullshit degree. And this is all if you're going through the degree path. I'm not saying you have to go to college, go to trade school, you can start a business. But if college is your goal, then, get something that has a high return on investment, get something that has a high return on investment so you can live comfortably while, doing your passion when you're not working, and then, get that passion up to a level where you can support yourself from it. And once you can do that, you can leave the job that you can tolerate but don't love for your passion. Again, I'm not saying you have to go to college. I'm not saying you have to do anything because, I actually wasn't going to go to college myself. I am going to college, but, I just had I just kind of realized I might as well give it a chance. But in giving it a chance, I'm doing something a little viable. So, like I said, study many things in liberal arts. It's really interesting stuff. That's what the internet is for. Don't pay for it unless you have the means to do so without getting into huge amounts of debt. Because, like I said, if you're getting $100,000 in debt to get a master's in women's studies, realistically, that's going to be really difficult to pay off, and it's gonna make your life a little harder. It's going to make your life harder than it needs to be, for sure. So